Hi, everybody. Welcome to our morning Zohar reading where we read the Zohar together. You're welcome to join us and read along with us, or just join live on Zoom every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. The instructions how to do that are in the description of this video. Mick's going to screen share the text and we'll get started today on where we're at, which is page 10, item 49 of chapter 23. Did you find it?
Sorry about that. Here I was reading and it was muted. You got it on your screen, right?
Yes.
All right, here we go. There are two thrones in Absolute. The upper throne, Bina, becomes a throne for Hakma, since Hakma appears only through her. The bottom throne is the Nukva, where Mohin, Dizar, and Pin appear only through the Nukva. The upper throne stands on the four legs, Hesed, Geber, Tiferet, Dizar, and Pin, and the Nukva. Hesed, Gever, Tiferet, Dizar, and Pin are the three lines that extend in the 3 points, Olam, Sharuk, and Harik, that shine in Bina. And the Nukva is the fourth leg, which receives from them and stands behind Hesed, Gever, Tiferet, Dizar, and Pin.
Afterwards, when the Nukva returns to Mochin Panim Be Panim, face to face, she herself becomes a throne for Zeranpin. Then her four legs are the four angels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel. Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael extend from the three lines Hesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, the three legs of the upper throne. Hence they are inside, like Hesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, that stand there inside. The Uriel stretches out from the fourth leg of the upper throne, the Nukva, which stands there in the Achloraim of Hesed, Gevurah, Tiferet. Hence, the angel Uriel, too, is in the back of the Nukva, meaning within the 4 degrees that were connected into being the 4 legs in the upper throne, which are 4 angels in the Nukva.
Uriel is in the back, since he is the fourth leg, like the fourth leg of the upper throne, which is in Achariam there, as well as in the 4 angels that carry the throne to the Savug during the rolling of the eye. Afterwards, the Nukva remains in another order, where Uriel is in front and Raphael is in back. In this respect, the Nukva is called a mirror that does not shine.
This is the reason why divinity appeared before him in these oaks, the shades of the world, to show them the first covenant, the holy Reshimo, recollection, that was in the whole world in the form of faith. This is so because there are 2 points to Malchut, the point of Tzimtzum, Aleph, first restriction, the middle point of in the whole world, both from the settlements and from the wilderness, and the point of Tzimtzum Bet, second restriction. The middle point of the only settlements, and not from the whole world.
Opposite them are 2 covenants, which correspond to cutting and exposing. The first covenant corresponds to the middle point of the whole world, the cutting of the foreskin. The second covenant corresponds to the point of settlement, the exposing.
The oaks of Mamre are harsh dinim that extend from the middle point in the world. This is why divinity appeared before him at the oaks of Mamre, which are the shades of the whole world. corresponding to the middle point of the whole world. It is to present the first covenant before them, the cutting off of the foreskin opposite the holy Reshimo that was in the whole world in the form of Nukva called faith. This is opposite the first point that occurred in Tzimtzum Aleph, the middle one in the whole world, from which the first covenant extends, the cutting off of the foreskin.
While he was sitting at the tent door, the tent door is the place called covenant, which is faith, meaning nukva. In the heat of the day is what Abraham adhered to. It is the force of the right side, his degree.
There are two kinds of dinim de nukva, which extend from the force of tzimtzum in her. This is the tent door. And male dinim, which extend from the illumination of the point of Sharuk. This is in the heat of the day, when the sun, the light of Chokhmah, shines without the sheath of Hasidim, at which time it emits great heat, as it is written, "Do not look at me because I am swarthy, since the sun has tanned me." This is the force of the right side, the male Gevorot, considered right.
Also, these two kinds are called Siddiq, righteous, and Sadek, justice. The tent door is the gate of righteousness, the door of faith, Nukva, the Dinim di Nukva. She is called a door because then Abraham went into the holy Reshimo of the circumcision. Had it not been for that, he would not have come under the circumcision. This is why it is called a door.
In the heat of the day is considered tzaddik, a degree of connection that those who are circumcised enter it, and the holy Rashamo is registered in it. Since the foreskin has been removed from it and it entered in the illumination of the two degrees, tzaddik and tzedek, which are faith.
Sadiq and Sadek are Sadad in Malhut. However, these two names indicate the great Savug of Zan to disclose the Mohin of Hea. As long as there is a hold for Klippa and Dinim, this Savug cannot appear. Accordingly, these Mohin cannot be revealed before the end of correction.
The advice for that is the circumcision. The dinim consists of two discernments, nukva and male, and they are opposite. Both cannot serve in the same place, since two opposites do not come in one place. Hence, by the awakening of the lower one through the commandments of the circumcision, the two kinds of dinim are brought into one place, the upper yesod, and they revoke each other, as is the nature of opposites, and both are cancelled. And since they have been cancelled, the zivug of tzaddik and tzedek immediately appears, and the great mochin are revealed.
This is the act of the circumcision. The scalpel that cuts extends from the dinim di nukva, and the foreskin is the male dinim. It turns out that the scalpel removes the foreskin, meaning that the dinim di nukva canceled out the male dinim, and sometimes the contrary is needed for the male dinim to cancel out the dinim di nukva.
Rashi writes about the verse and the waterfalls of the streams, that there are two mountains. One had dents, dinim, Enupa, and the other had protruding breasts, opposite the dents, male Danim. And the Amorites were hiding in the dents and showered arrows over Israel from there while they were walking between the mountains. The Creator made a miracle of bringing the two mountains so they became as one. Thus, the protrusions in one, the male Dinim, entered the dents of the other, the Dinim de Nukva, and the Amorites were crushed between them. Hence, through the arrival of the two opposites into one place, the Dinim de Nukva were cancelled because the Amorites in the dents were killed. But here in the circumcision, the primary need is to cancel out the male Dinim, the foreskin, but in reality, both are cancelled.
The Dinim de Nukva are the tent. They cancel out and remove the foreskin, the male Dinim, which become a gate for the Malhut solution called Tzedek. This is so because by the removal of the klipa of the foreskin by Dinim de Nukva, Abraham entered to receive those holy mohin that appear in a savug of Sadiq and Tzedek. This is why they are considered a gate.
In the heat of the day is Sadiq. After the Dinim de Nukva removed the foreskin so it is adhered to the Yasod, which is in the heat of the day, the name Tzaddik appeared in it, meaning the exposing, which is made of the words Parach Kol, the Lord, Yod He, exposed. This is the degree of the great bonding of Tzaddik and Tzedek that discloses the great Mochim. After all the Dinim and the Klipot were removed by the cutting, the Mochin of Yod He appear in the exposing, which is Tzaddik and Tzedek.
Behold, 3 men. These are 3 angels, messengers who clothe in the air and descend into this world in the form of human beings. They were 3, as it is above, Hesed Gevir Tiferet Dizer and Pin, since the rainbow, meaning the Nukva, appears in only 3 colors, white, red, and green, like the colors of Hesed Gevir Tiferet Dizer and Pin.
These 3 people are the 3 colors, white, red, and green. White is Michael, right, and extends from Hesed de Zeranpin. Red is Gabriel, left, and extends from Gevura de Zeranpin. And green is Raphael, extending from Tiferet de Zeranpin. These are the 3 colors of the rainbow, without which the bow, the nukva, is not seen. And this is why it is written, appeared to him, since the revelation of divinity is in these 3 colors, meaning that the words, behold, 3 men, is the explanation of the words, quote, and the Lord appeared to him, unquote. Appeared to him means that divinity appeared to him. And that revelation was by the revelation of the 3 colors on which the text concludes, behold, 3 men standing opposite him. Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, who extend from the 3 lines in Zeranpin, which extend from the 3 points, Holam, Shoruk, and Hirik de Bina.
All 3 angels are required. One is for curing him from the circumcision, which is Raphael, who is the healer. One was to tell Sarah that she would have a son. This is Michael, since he is appointed over the right side, and all the blessings and the good from the right side were given into his hands.
And one was for overturning Sodom. This is Gabriel, who is to the left, appointed over the Dinim in the world. This is so because Din is from the left side, and the action is through the angel of death, who is the king's captain of the guard, who executes the Dinim that were sentenced by Gabriel.
And all of them do their mission, each according to what befits him. Angel Gabriel goes on a mission to the holy soul, and the angel of death goes on a mission to the soul from the evil inclination. And yet, the soul does not leave the body until she sees divinity.
When Abraham saw those three angels coming together, he saw divinity in her colors and bowed, since they are the three colors of Zerampin that divinity clothes in. This is why it is written, and bowed down to the earth. This is similar to Jacob, who said, and Israel bowed down upon the bed's head. That is, to divinity.
He referred to divinity by the name Andi when he said, Andi, my Lord, if now I have found favor in your sight, please do not pass your servant by. As he turned to the Siddiq, Yesod Dizarin called Lord. This is so because then divinity is called the Lord of all the earth, because she shines from the righteous one. Lord, and shines with her colors, which stretch from the three lines of Zerampin, as she is completed with them above.
We learn from this that the lower mirror divinity draws from above, from Bina, since these three colors, which are the three angels, draw the lights from above, from those high sources that are the three lines in Bina herself.
And because they bond with her and support her in everything, the name Andi is said about her, since the name appeared to Abraham completely in the upper ones, in the lights of Bina, and it became openly revealed to him, which was not so before he was circumcised. Before he was circumcised, the Creator did not wish to elicit holy seed from him. But once he was circumcised, the holy seed immediately came out of him, meaning Isaac.
61. For this reason, when he was circumcised, divinity appeared over him in these holy degrees, as it is written, and the wise shall shine as the radiance of the firmament. Thus, with the correction of the firmament, the Parsa, Keter Hakma Bina Tiferet Malchut de Atzilut, were split and divided, and the 12 Partsufim emerged from them.
Keter was divided into 4 Partsufim, Atik and Nukva, Arik and Pin and Nukva. Hakma and Bina were divided into 4 Partsufim, Upper Ava Be'ima, and Israel Saba and Tavuna. Tiferet and Malhut were divided into 4 Partsufim, the Great Zan and the Small Zan. Hence, these 12 Partsufim are called the radiance of the firmament, since they were made and came out by the force of the firmament. The first radiance is the radiance of those who shine in the lighting up of the radiance. The second radiance is the radiance that shines and glitters to several sides.
The first radiance is Partsuf Atik, and the second radiance is his Nukva. Atik himself is from the unmitigated Malchut above the firmament, which is not fissured. However, this Malchut is the root of the mitigated Malchut, and she lights the lights of Bina after they have been quenched. It is written about the importance of Partsuf Atik that his radiance shines with the lighting of the radiance. It lights the radiance of Bina, which is the root of all the Mochin. And had it not been for that lighting, there would have been no Mochin of Gadlut in Atzilut.
He adds about the importance of the Parsuf Nukva di Atik, that she lights and shines both in the unmitigated Malhut and in the mitigated Malhut, since she has already been established with the firmament, having been fissured. For this reason, she shines to all sides, but the Parsuf of the male Atik does not shine to all sides, but only to the lighting, since he is above the firmament and did not fissure.
And thus he elaborates on the virtues of all 12 Partsufim of Atzilut, all of which are included in Zerampin. And Zerampin bestows upon the Nukva all those holy degrees. Thus, although Abraham received only from the Nukva, he is still rewarded with all 12 upper degrees because they were all connected to the Nukva in the name Adni in her. However, before he was circumcised, he was rewarded with receiving the speech only from the Nukva before those 12 degrees connected to her.
The rising and falling radiance is Parsuf Atik, Arik and Pin, excuse me. This is so because the illumination of Atik cannot descend to absolute. The radiance shines to all discernments. This is, whoa, what happened? Well, Lahaim. Oh, there it comes. Excuse me.
Go ahead and finish it.
Yeah, which one was I on? I was on 62. Let me start over. All right. Raising and falling radiance in Parsuf, Arik, and Pin is also because the illumination of Atik cannot descend to absolute. The radiance shines to all discernments. This is the Nukva di Arik and Pin. Since Arik and Pin bestows only Hakma without Hasadim, but the Nukva di Arik and Pin, his Malhut, bestows Hasadim as well. From the Rosh of Arik and Pin, from the Eden, Bina came out and clothed in 4 parts of Fim, her Gar clothed in Abba Be'ima, and her Zat in Yasut. Lahaim.
Lahaim. So we're on page 62. We're on item 62, page 14. And this is for tomorrow, April 7th. All right. I managed to get 3 of the videos posted to our new YouTube channel for this. And some people were watching. There were already 5 views on the last one I posted. So apparently some people are watching, and in archives they will continue to find it and watch and not understand what the hell it's about. But one thing I would like to remind everybody, and Rick would always do it too if you ask him, is that all of these graphic physical descriptions and depictions that we're reading in the Zohar are solely about spiritual states in flux and in the state that they're in when they're talking about it. It's not meant to be interpreted on a physical corporeal level, and that's where the world, they do that with a lot of spiritual texts, and that's kind of where we try to ask people, don't get stuck on that. Because if you take a lot of these things literally in a physical way, you're going to wreak some havoc. You can't do a lot of these things they're talking about.
Don't go to jail.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't take a pocket knife to your foreskin, okay? You don't have to do this in physicality.
Oh,
my stepfather actually did that. He went and mutilated himself with a pocket knife, and then he had to go to the doctor to get it fixed. Let's see,
that sounds like a rough way to go to me, man.
Yeah.
You're still recording.
Yeah, he was, he was a preacher. He got confused.
Confused, okay.
Yeah, he took the writings that are meant to be about spiritual states and depict things about spirituality in different ways, to code it and, to conceal it slightly, but to also reveal it. And people get confused. They think they have to do these physical actions.
All right. Well, the thing to remember in these readings of the Zohar is that anything here that you see and feel as corporeality is but a branch pointing back to the root. It's to lead you into the root of your spiritual source so you can see the truth of things. It's not about the acts themselves as a physical thing.
Yeah. Thank you for joining me, Rick. We've been doing this, I guess, like, I haven't even counted how long we've been doing this.
You've gone gray and got all wrinkly since we started. No.
My hair definitely went from blonde to white. Just like Moses, when he came down from Mount Sinai, his hair was totally white.
Were you there? Do you know that?
It says something about that.
Oh, okay.
But again, that's another depiction of a spiritual occurrence and a spiritual state when the hair, changes color to white or falls out.
Yes. Well, I think it's time to stop your recording.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. See you next time.